Two of the bigger disappointments in the first quarter of the season doing battle here as we get this one underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. Here's Tannehill. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Well, this defense for the Titans, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Throwing, Heineke. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. And it's a Titans touchdown. Colin Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And that's how you shake off the interception they threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And now it's a bootleg with Heineke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, 1st down.
Yeah, and I'll guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
44 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Complete. It's Johnson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And I think the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cole Holcomb proving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed him. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
Throwing on second and long. Tannehill had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Taking it about the 36. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On the move past the 40, and he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. first down carry for Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tiger.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Quick.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Lambo is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 20. Touchdown, Washington. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup. As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough.
Here we go.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flush to his right. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. On play action, Heineke. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing is...
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. That's caught by Sims. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 51 yards. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Bud Dupree off the edge and getting to the quarterback.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
They go play action. Now Heineke. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. A pivot and a give to Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Play action. It's Tannehill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Tannehill. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Henry up the middle. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Tannehill steps away. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Hey, let's face it. You can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Here we go. Right.
They'll run. It's Henry. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Taken right about the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's got room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 96 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
But you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is... There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
A huge play there for Washington. 46 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Wentz's throw taken in by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. Wentz now on first down. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Wentz to throw again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And it's gonna be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. They begin with Henry. Room here to run. 110 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Henry again on 2nd down. Running right through him. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On third down, Henry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, here's Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hey.
Tannehill now to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. Austin Hooper. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. One final shot. They'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game